Hey everyone, welcome back to Indicted TV. I'm your host Negra. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. Quick shout out to my sponsors, Royalty Honey. Keep it hard, guys. And if you don't want to be on Indicted TV and you want to stay home, make sure you hire attorney Rosenberg. On today's episode, we have Eddie the Native. Welcome to Indicted TV, Eddie.
How you doing?
I'm good. So tell me, Eddie, tell me where you're from, where you grew up, mom, dad, how was the inside of your house growing up?
Well, I go by the name Little One.
Little One.
That's my name, Little One. I was born in San Fernando Valley. I was born in Van Nuys, born and raised. I came from a good, decent family. I just made some bad choices as I got older.
Mm-hmm. A lot of us, right?
Yeah.
Pretty common?
Pretty much.
So you said you came from a decent family. You have brothers and sisters?
I had a sister. I had one sister. She passed away.
I'm sorry.
She passed away when I was locked up in prison.
Okay.
Parents gone too.
So it's just kind of you.
Yeah, they all died my mom and sister died the first week.
Oh my goodness.
They died like together. New Year's morning, my mom died on 2000, and my sister died a week later.
Wow.
And then the end of the year, my pops died.
My condolences.
And then my grandfather. So all my immediate family passed away. I was already like locked up maybe like 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Like 4 years, and you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's go back. So you went to elementary to junior high. Mm-hmm. Did you graduate high school?
Nope.
At what age did you see yourself already kind of getting in trouble?
I started getting in trouble probably about the age of 14.
Okay. Did you go to juvenile hall?
Yeah, I went to juvenile hall. It scared me. I ain't gonna lie.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your first experience and what you went to and what you got busted for.
Oh, so me and some friends were just ditching school, screwing around, and it wasn't a friend's house, but some guy's house. This is crazy. The other guys decided to steal a stereo from there.
From the house that you guys were at?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So we go to school the next day. The cops are there. The other two are white. I'm the only one of color. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I get blamed for stealing the stereo. I didn't even steal the stereo. I'm the only one that went to juvenile hall. And these two white boys walked away. Nothing happened to them. But I was like, oh, shit. But then I went to juvenile hall for
how did you feel? Did you go to Silmar or something?
Yeah, I went to Silmar. No, I went to Silmar, and then I went to Los Padrinos.
Okay. How did you feel when you got to Silmar? Because that's where you went first.
Yeah.
How did you feel? You know, you say you got scared.
Sure, I was scared. I didn't know what to think. I just used to hear older guys talk shit.
For sure.
Around, so I didn't know. So I was scared, and not many other people that I really know in there. At least I didn't think so until I started seeing other friends. Like, oh, what are you doing here?
Ah.
Yeah, I started, seeing.
Getting a little more comfortable.
Wondering why other guys that I hadn't seen on the street in a while, where they've been. I found out where they've been. Mm-hmm. Because I ended up in the same place.
Wow. How long did you do your first time?
First time was like 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was 2 weeks.
Did you came home on probation?
Yeah, put me on probation. Told me to stay out of trouble if I don't go to school, because I wasn't going to school before. I would just not go. Now because I'm on probation, now I'm not going to school. If you don't go to school again, we find out you're not going to school, we're gonna send you to camp. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't want to go to camp.
No. I ended up getting some girl pregnant during that time of probation and everything. And
wait, so how old were you when you had
15? I was 15 going on 16.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that kind of saved my life back then, at that time.
At that time.
It saved me because the girl got pregnant. I had a little girl. And honestly, my family thought I was going to be like my dad, not care, just disappear.
Okay.
But I manned up. I was like turning 16 years old. I got a job, was still trying to go to school and take care of my daughter.
You were doing your thing.
Yeah, and then
you were being responsible.
I just quit school, but I stayed working so I could take care of my daughter. And then I don't know, after that, I was working there for a few years. I was working for a grocery store at the time.
So you never went back to juvenile hall, or you didn't go to camp?
No.
Oh, good.
I even got taken off probation once they found out I had a baby.
Ah.
So I can, kind of move on with my life. And they seen I was working. And,
you were doing good.
yeah, so they let me off probation. But then I was getting, it's like a few years, 16, 17, 18. 18, I kind of started screwing up. My grandmother passed away. My grandma died, and I was real close to my grandma. So I started getting high.
What did you start getting high on?
I tried smoking crack with my friends.
Oh my goodness, that is intense.
It was a helicopter.
No, honestly, I know how it is to smoke crack.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lie. I've tried drugs all up till I tried before too when I was younger, till I was about 15. Once I had my kid, I stopped at everything. I just, tried things. Then I tried getting high. I started doing crack with my friends, and then I got out of that, but I got in trouble.
What did you get in trouble for?
Somebody tried to rob me, and I hurt them.
Got it. Is that what you went to prison for?
Yeah.
So
That was the first time.
Did you get arrested right then and then?
No, actually, I got away. But my dumb ass went back to the scene of the crime like a few weeks later, just go to the same store, and I guess the person was driving by, one of the people that was part of the crime and everything, and called the cops, and they got taken in that night.
So what was your actual charge? Okay.
A lot of bad charges.
A lot of bad charges.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to the county.
Yeah, I went to LA County.
How was that experience for you?
Oh my gosh, I was scared. I was 19 years old, just turned 19, scared. That's the time when I really was grateful that my uncles were gang members, because all their homeboys were in there, and they remembered me from being as a kid, so they kind of took me under the wing and schooled me a little bit. But my uncles already kind of put me up on game too, but not knowing there's no other natives in there.
Okay.
There's hardly any other natives, and the ones that were, I didn't know they
Especially
were.
here.
Yeah, I didn't know they were because they were Southsiders,
Okay.
So they didn't really represent being native because they're from their neighborhoods. And
Got it.
so I learned that as time went on, like how it was working. You know what I mean?
Okay. But how was your first date? Like, well, like when you walked in, like, you looked and you're like, oh my goodness, like.
I thought it was just like the movies.
It was like
just like the way the movies, made it scary looking. I was like, oh shit, I ain't gonna lie. I swear I won't do nothing ever again if I can go home right now. To myself, that's what I'm telling myself. Like, I swear to God, I'll be good. I just want to go home.
I just want to go home.
I was scared. I tell the guys now, kids that I talk to on the street, I'll tell you some of the stories, but don't get it twisted. I was scared when I went to prison.
Most definitely.
And you guys think I'm a little hard now. It kind of toughened me up. Yeah, it toughened me up and helped me. I got lucky, the guys in there, because of my uncles and stuff like that. Some of the Southerners took me under the wing, schooled me, helped me educate myself. Same with some of the white guys that my dad knew. And then my native brothers, they literally, back then they built you, they didn't try to break you,
Yeah.
So I went in there at the time when it was changing. But
changing in what form?
Changing to where people were starting to not understand rules.
Now.
Yeah, like it is now, even worse now.
Oh, yeah.
People will start not realizing there was a structure, and you're going to respect it or you're going to get your ass handed to you. You're going to get slapped around the first time, but the second time you might get stabbed. Mm-hmm. So it was like that. And, I went at a time when it was still kind of rough, when a lot of people were on the yard still that made sure the rules stuck.
Or what year was this?
91.
Okay. 91.
Yeah, 91 to 95.
Okay. So how long did you end up getting?
I got 7 years.
So you got sentenced to 7 years.
Yeah, and I did 4 and some change.
Okay. On that?
Yeah.
On that term?
Yeah.
So where did you go when you got sentenced?
I went to Soledad. Before I first went to Chino. I went to Chino, and that place is just like the movies.
So
I ain't gonna lie, it's the
completely
same thing.
different from the county, though.
Yeah, completely different.
Completely different. So tell me a little bit about the differences for you, at least.
For me, I never really seen the racism in people until I went there. Like, you seen the segregation, like whites just in the reception, just dogging the black guys just because they're black. And I never really tripped on it until I look back and think about it. Like, damn, I've seen some crazy shit in there.
Would you say that was the craziest thing you saw there?
Nah, I've seen people get stabbed in front of me, and I just froze. I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. But luckily, I had this friend from the harbor area, because I was the only Indian inside the building, so he picked me up and stepped over the person, and we kept on walking. And he's like, "You all right, little brother?" So yeah, I'm good. And he helped me out, but I kind of froze that time. Like, oh shit, what do I do?
He said at that time.
Yeah, yeah, that time. After being there for so long,
you adjust fast,
and you see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like the first time, I was still just learning everything. Like I said, look, the guys, they took me under the wing and schooled me, and not just schooled me, prepared me to the lifestyle I have to live right now, how to survive. They come on, go push me to go to school, force me to read, would give me stuff to read. Like, didn't realize they would really help educating me and
Yes.
preparing me for the streets, not just to survive in there.
For real life.
Yeah, they were,
like, not that being in there is not real life. It's real life in there. But
yeah.
living in there and out here is completely different.
Yeah, and all my buddies in there were all lifers.
Okay.
And so I never talked about my time, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I learned that from my uncles. Like, just I didn't say much. He told me to keep my mouth shut, my eyes and my ears open, and that's what I did. And just try to learn, listen, and learn. Not let no one take advantage of me.
For sure. Did you get in a lot of fights your first time?
I got in a few, but luckily it was my own people. Just disagreements.
It's kind of how it works a lot of times, huh?
Yeah. So it probably might have been a better thing, because if it would have been another race, we might have been a big ass riot. I might not be here today.
Yes.
Because we were the ones who were definitely outnumbered in there.
Your race meaning
The
natives.
It was only the natives, like Asians and Samoan Islanders. We kind of intermingled with each other.
Okay.
Like, we were cool with the Southsiders too, but we were cool with the Northerners too, because that beef had nothing to do with us. We were just respectful to who was respectful to us.
Were you always, like, I mean, obviously you've always been Native American, right? Like, but like when you went to jail, did you already, like, you didn't know, like, hey, where am I supposed to go? Like, how did that work for you? Like, knowing, like, am I going to be a Southsider? Because I'm from Southern California.
Well,
or
see,
like,
I kind of knew.
Okay.
I knew that it was segregated already because my uncles.
Yes.
But my uncles never
There's some water
told me.
there in case.
Thank you. My uncles never told me, like, are you going to run with the Southsiders? Like, you should run with the homies, you know, because they ran with the homies on the streets. So when I went to prison, I remember they asked me, well, who do you run with? It was kind of stupid because I was young. You know, I was like, what do you mean, who do I run with? They're like, yeah, like, who are the people you're going to hang out with in jail? I said, well, I'm Native. They're like, you're from Southern California? I said, yeah. They're like, you from a Southern gang? I said, no. So who you gonna run with, the Southerners? They're trying to, like, trick me. That's how I felt. Now when I think about it, even when I thought about it later on, like, I was like, they try to trick me. I'm like, nah, I'm Indian. I'm only Indian. That's it. I don't know what you're talking about, the other stuff. So they, you know, wrote it down, AMI. And then so I finally call home. Call home, and my uncle's, he's out at this time. He says, oh, my mom's, oh, your uncle wants to talk to you. So I talked to him. He's like, so who are you running with? I said, with Indian. I'm Indian. That's who I'm running with. He's like, I'm proud of you. You made your own choice as a man.
Oh, good.
To choose your own walk.
That's right.
To choose your own walk. And I always loved and respected my uncle. I probably, to be honest, would have went and been in his neighborhood if I would have stayed around him, because I used to follow him around everywhere. And once my parents seen that when I was growing up, they took me.
Like, oh, no.
Moved me to my grandparents, and I lived with my grandparents, which,
okay,
just Indian. I just be like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I got lucky to live in a, like, really nice area. It was in Van Nuys, but they call it Lake Balboa now.
Okay.
So it's a nice area.
Yeah, a little bougie area.
Yeah. I lived right next to Encino, to be honest. Like, I was on the border right there, so I went to school with a lot of rich kids.
Nice.
So following the Indian ways, like, I've always loved, it just fit me better.
It's who you are.
Than the gang life. Like, people always tell me, oh, you're a gangster. Saying a gangster, I'm a warrior.
Yes, I love that.
So, you know, no disrespect to neighborhoods or nothing like that, but some people have to take orders from somebody else. I said, I follow my heart, and I do what my heart tells me, and I'm going to fight for where I need to.
That's right.
So I've never really been into the gang stuff, but I got a lot of close friends that are from neighborhoods that, and being in jail and riots happening and see them getting jumped, and I jump in, I just can't.
You just can't help it because it's what your heart tells you to.
It has nothing to do with me not liking blacks, but that's the ones I was close to.
Because
it's my friend too, so
yeah.
I know him from the streets before he was even from a gang. You know?
Got it.
So it's like, and there's been some other times too where I didn't even know the Southern, you know, Hispanic kid, or we were kids at the time, and jumped in because he's getting jumped by like 3 or 4 blacks, right? Really going off, but he was caught in a corner by himself. So we can't help it.
You can't help it. It's what your heart is, and then if it's in you, like you say, you're a warrior. You're gonna do what your heart tells you what's the right thing to do,
So,
you know?
Yeah, I've been in a few situations like that.
Okay, so you're in Chino, and that's where you went first, right?
Yeah.
After that, where did you go?
I went to Soledad.
Okay. And How was the ride there? Like, do you remember?
Oh my gosh, this shit was hell yeah, I do remember. I still remember the first song I heard on the radio.
Tell me.
It's a song that says, everybody plays a fool. Everybody plays a fool. I remember he plays the fool.
Sometimes.
Yes, I still remember that song. That song was playing on the radio, and I finally kind of woke up and I hear the song, and I'm looking out the window. And I ain't gonna lie, I was picturing myself on a motorcycle on the side, on the trails, on the mountains, just cruising.
Daydreaming.
Yeah. So then I seen a truck pull in front of us, and there was a deer in the back with his stomach cut open, like they just caught it honey.
Snap.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Damn, I want to go home. That's all I remember saying is I want to go home.
Because you're 18, 19. You're
yeah,
like...
just turned 19. So yeah, I went to Soledad. I remember the trip there. It seemed like it took forever. Like, to take streets I'd never even seen in my life. Like, there's back streets that we don't even know about.
Maybe
like,
they're just created just for those movements.
Yeah, because they're just like, I don't remember the freeways. I don't remember the freeway from LA County Jail to Chino. That was it. On the way there, then they take you like middle of the morning, you know, so
yeah,
everybody's like kind of out of it. But yeah, I went to Soledad.
And when you got there, what did they say? They already knew you were native?
Yeah, they know because your paperwork. But then, you know, everybody comes and they're asking like all the different races, all the different cars. Are you a homie? Nathaniel Sue, you from up north? And the essays asked me, obviously, both. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm Indian. They're like, oh, your people's right here, bro. Like, they were cool.
Oh, nice.
They were like, hey, we'll tell your people you're right here. But they were already walking up. I seen them. And I seen a couple of them. They came up and, are you native, bro? I'm like, yeah. So, like, you know, come with us.
Was it weird for them or maybe even you? Because, like I said, I've never even known, I never even met a native till I got incarcerated, right?
Yeah.
Was it weird for you, like, when they were like, oh, you're a Southern California native? Like, is that, because it's not kind of like too common. I don't I don't think so, at
like,
least.
There's like being up north, too. There's a lot of Indians that are Norteños, you know, or close to them because they have, like me, I have family that's from the South, you know? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think my uncle was my uncle was in prison with me. I get to Soledad and my other uncle's there.
But your uncle's a Southerner.
Yeah, and his homies were like, you know, supposed to be on the yard wearing a red sweater.
Oh shit!
I'd be having a red bandana on me because it's an Indian color. It has nothing to do with that.
Did you guys? Because they have actual special native bandanas in prison.
Yeah, and I had some like that too. But at first I had my red one, and I ain't lie, I love red.
I wear red a lot.
I love the color red.
It's one of my favorite colors too.
But I had my experience. This is my first term, and I had a really crazy experience because my dad's a homie too. Okay. But I don't know him. Like, I wasn't raised by him. Mm-hmm. The first time I met him was in prison.
Oh my goodness! So you met your dad in prison?
The same Soledad. He was in Central Yard. I was on 2 yard. And my uncle was on 1 yard.
So the reason he probably knew you were his son was because of your uncle.
No, my uncle didn't even know he was there yet because they were on separate yards.
Oh, snap!
So my mom runs into his sister, and they always ask about me, and says, "Oh, Eddie's in jail. Little's is in jail." It's like, what? Where's he at? So she tells me his dad's there. So I remember I'm on the yard. Finally, I'm getting adjusted. I make a phone call. I finally get on the phone and call my mom and tell her where I'm at, and my sister and everybody. And I hear my name across the yard, right? So I asked the brothers, hey, where's that at? They're like, oh, you come on, we'll show you where you gotta go. It's a Sallyport. So it's just the next gate to go through behind the kitchen. Then there's a Sallyport back there. You have to have a pass to be able to go to like the other parts of the institution. So I tell the cop, they just call my name. He's like, oh yeah, here you go. You just gotta go right here. I get over there, and I see this guy, and he kind of looks familiar, but
you just feel it in your heart.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you called for me? The cop, he's like, I remember his name, Villegas. I remember the cop's name, Villegas. He's all, yeah, this guy right here wants to talk to you. He's been there a while, so he had a juice card, and he was a painter, I guess, so he can go around to different places. That was the best place he can get them to bring me to. And I know he just wanted to look out. He's all, Eddie boy. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I knew who he was. I already knew. I just knew. He's all, it's me, your dad. I'm like, you ain't my fucking dad, you fucking punk. My dad's on the fucking streets. I said, who the fuck you calling? And his homeboys are right there. And I was like, and he's just telling us always, he's all, I know you're upset. I said, look, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I'm 19. I just turned 20. I turned 20 when I got there, right when I got to Soledad. I said, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't need nothing from you. And then he tells me, he's like, well, who are you running with? So the Indians, who do you think? He's like, why aren't you running with the homies? I said, because baby, if you would have raised me, I would have been life like you and been with my neighborhood then. I just wanted to talk shit to him.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I told him, I said,
and you're more than entitled to feel that way. You have all right.
I told him maybe I would have been like you, a piece of shit.
Even though both of you guys are in jail.
Yeah.
You just wanted to make him feel bad, which is okay.
So, you know, he tried to offer me things like, you need a TV. I said, look, I don't want nothing from you. I'm 20 years old and you've been gone that long. Let's make it another 20. I'll figure it out. I'll figure my own way in here. I don't need you. You went there.
Your father's Native American as well.
Yeah.
And your mom as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, you know, I don't need you. So I never looked back. And then my uncle finds out, this is my dad that raised me. And he's Native too.
Your mom's brother.
No, my mom's new husband. Well, my mom married somebody when
you were small.
She was pregnant of me. When this guy bounced, my dad loved my mom no matter what, even though he knew I wasn't his. She was pregnant when they met, and he still married her. So that's my dad.
That's right.
That's my dad, and they call him Big John. At first, I didn't know he was my dad either. Like, I didn't know I had a different father until I got older.
Oh, my goodness.
Because my mom and them had some kind of argument, and then it spurted it out. And that's how I found out.
Oh,
I always wondered, because I'm only 5'4", my dad's 6'5". How the fuck that?
Your dad.
Yeah, my
your dad.
Yeah, he's 6'5", huge. He's a big ass. They call him Big John, and I'm just a little tiny guy. I'm only 5'4", and these guys fucking.
We're the same size. Hey, we're fun size.
Right? So I was like, oh, whatever. That's still my dad. I don't care. But
so
yeah,
your uncle.
Uncle finds out he's there, and then he came to talk to me. So he's mad, and he wants to go do something to him.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, look. I tell my uncle, I go get to see my uncle. I'm all, Uncle Smokes, don't. Just leave it alone. I said, look, I'm in here like you. I'm in prison, right? He's like, yeah. I said, I'm my own man. Let me handle my own business. I said, I'm not going to use you like a credit card either and let these outsiders here know that you're my uncle. Because he was the Yavero on the other yard.
Okay.
I found out all that worked too, you know. I says, I'm not going to do that. I said, so I need you
That's
not.
so good, though. You know, that says a lot.
Not to come and try to defend me. If I need your help, I'll come to you. But I'm a man. Like, a piece of shit don't mean nothing to me. My dad is your older brother. You're my family. Mm. So I don't care what he has to say. I don't care if he's butthurt or whatever. He can eat that. He can rub that shit in his chest.
That's on him.
So I told him just like that. Exactly what I told you. I remember what I told him.
These are big moments for you.
Yeah,
like.
so he's like, okay, boy. He used to always just call me boy. He's like, all right. He's all, how you like it over there in the yard? You want to come over here? I said, no, I like it. I was already getting comfortable. I said, I like it.
And you had more of your native people
on both yards, too. But both those 2 yards, what was cool is we used to go to our sweat lodge together. Okay. So I got to meet all the other brothers. And then they didn't know my uncle was part Indian, you know, so they're like, we didn't know Smokey was Indian, but now we know why. He always looked out for the natives. He always like, hey, don't be fucking with them. Like, he looked out for them. And now they found out why, because he's part Native. Mm-hmm. But he had dedicated his life to something else. So, but he still had love for his people.
Yeah, it's his blood.
So he would look out. They would bring him to the sweat lodge because that's where I can sit and chill with him because both of those 2 yards go together. So I got to see him.
So Big John is Native American as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. That's my sister's real dad, but my pops.
Okay.
But yeah. So I got the hang of it there, and. Honestly, like, I liked Soledad. I had fun there. Why
did you say you had fun there?
I was afraid to do drugs. I did drugs there. I did acid there, and I was walking around frying on acid.
Oh, hell.
Having a good time. I was scared to do drugs because my uncles told me stay away from drugs.
That's right. Uh-huh.
Don't f with punks, you know, and don't gamble. Stay away from those 3 things and keep your mouth shut. And just pay attention. Don't raise your hand for nothing. You do what you have to when you have to. Mm-hmm. So those are the things they had taught me, and I never forgot it. Because like I said, I was scared. I'm not even going to lie. I was super scared. I was so scared I wanted to cry, but I couldn't because I didn't want no one to see until I finally broke down in the shower. because I was that scared. I was like, right now I weigh 190 pounds. Okay, I went to prison weighing 119 pounds. I was built like a fucking 14-year-old. So I was scared, you know. I was really scared. And when I seen all the guys working out when they walk you across the yard, I was like, oh my God, these are monsters.
Wait, did you start working out too?
Hell yeah, I started working out.
I know, that's right. You got a little buff and a little
I did. I was like, I kept working out.
Food?
In my head, I was like, I got to get bigger than them. That was kind of what I would tell myself. I got to get bigger than them. Like, fuck. But I was scared. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
That's right. You
Not
know,
ashamed to admit it.
you can never be ashamed of what you felt, and you know
That fear and being
that's
scared
real
is what
life.
kept me alive.
That's right.
Being scared kept me on my toes.
So you liked fucking Soledad because you're all afraid out.
Yeah, I got fried out. And all my friends and they were lifers and been down with like 20, 30 years, like long times. Guys that I didn't know, my uncles knew, my dad knew, so they were really good to me. Indian brothers, some white guys, some of the Southsiders, a couple North Angles that I knew. And like I said, they were really good to me. Like, and they had it made there because they've been there so long. They would get food brought in from the streets, so I was eating stuff.
Nah,
like,
you were living it up.
I was having a good time. I remember I had this one cellmate, my buddy Cal, and he was older. He was like, he had a B number. He had a B number.
Wow.
But I remember we were in the cell, and this ain't gonna put no names.
Because it starts at A.
Yep. So I have an Indian brother I met too, had an A number.
Wow.
The longest one in prison for a long time. He was in he was in Iowa. I'll tell you about that. But this brother right here, he's all, you gonna come in, Littles? I'm like, yeah. He's all, such and such is coming in too. I was like, all right. So do me a favor, I need you to watch the window for me with a little mirror. Like, all right. So watch the window. I'm gonna keep looking, see what they're doing. Being nosy because I'm young, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And then he's like, the other guy's all, hey, Littles, don't worry. We'll hook you up. We'll give you some too. And then my boy Cal, he's older. I found out later he knew my dad, you know. He's, Little doesn't do this shit. Don't ever let me catch you guys giving him this shit either.
That's right.
He doesn't do this shit. See, back then they were like that.
That's love.
They didn't try to get you strung out for you're young, your family's gonna take care of you, you know what I mean? First time in prison, they didn't do that to me. He's like, hey, Littles, don't do that. I'm gonna break you off, but do not. If I ever catch any of you guys offering any of this, I'll catch all of you guys off. And he was the man.
That's
you know?
love. You know,
so
that's love.
He did. He showed me a lot of love. That was my.
And you know what? Right now that
friend.
you said that, it just, it's like, you know, I remember before moms would be like, yeah, I can't wait for him to go to jail. Like, for he could get himself together, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, you can't even say that because your kid's going to come out worse.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I seen the change. Even when I was there, I seen the change. That was just my first time, you know, and those guys really looked out for me. And I was like ready. That time I was ready to go home. I missed my daughter. Like,
yes.
I couldn't wait to see my little girl. And when I finally went home, like,
I was about to ask you, those 4 years went by fast,
yeah,
huh?
but I went to school in there. I got my GED.
Oh, nice.
Well, I got my high school diploma because they let me use the GED credits to get my diploma instead of just the GED.
Mm-hmm.
So I had both.
Oh, nice.
Which was good. They even got at that time I was going to school. Then I finished one, got busted again. I was going to taking psychology in San Jose State.
Okay.
When I was still there, and then I was paroling. So I didn't finish until I went back to prison.
So when you got out, did you already know you went to parole board and they said you're going to go home? And
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you already knew your date
my
and
date
all of that.
everything.
Okay.
December 5th.
So you came home before Christmas.
Yeah, right before Christmas.
So you came home and what happened?
Went and see my daughter. I didn't see her right away because baby mama, she was being real sneaky at the time, so I didn't know what was going on.
Was she there for you while you were gone?
No.
Okay.
We weren't together. No, I already knew that. I accepted that you know, she was older than me too. When we had a baby, 16. She was like 19. 20.
Okay. Damn, she took advantage of you, huh?
She was older than me, so I already knew that was. I just wanted to see my kid. Like that's all I wanted to see was my baby. It's just my baby, and so I finally got to see her. She was already like going on 8. She's getting ready to turn 8 years old. I remember she left when she was little.
She was like 4.
Yeah, 3.5.
Okay.
No. 3.
Okay.
I got busted 6 days before her 3rd birthday.
Okay.
I remember that. I remember March 14th is when I got busted in 91.
Okay.
So yeah, I couldn't wait to see her. I didn't know where I was gonna go, so I went to stay at I could have went to my mom's. My mom lived in a kind of bad neighborhood, so I said, nah, this probably ain't gonna be the best for me. So I went to stay at my grandparents. Well, my grandfather. So I was living with my grandfather, and I was in the run like 2 weeks later.
That fast.
Before Christmas.
Oh my goodness! So you didn't even get to beat Christmas.
No.
Oh my goodness! What happened?
Found out that baby mama's new boyfriend had slapped my kid, and then I still had it in my mind. Remember when he called me a punk on the phone when I was in jail? And now those 4 years, I've already started to toughen up and roughen up a little bit. Kind of got a little institutionalized. Didn't notice it at first.
Yeah, you don't.
And so I got out and I went to her friend's house. Once I found out, I was like, "What?" 2 weeks after, I made her take me to their house where they were staying at because I didn't know. Now I knew she was living with this guy, and I knew him too. Another one too. So.
He said another one too.
Yeah. So I went in there and kicked it. I knocked on the door. They wouldn't open, so I kicked the door in. And I beat the living shit out of this guy. I beat him till all the knuckles and fingers were broken.
So your fingers have been broken before,
Yeah.
your knuckles.
And when I broke all those, I just kept slapping him. I went to shoot him in the head, but my cousin saw me.
Well, that's kind of a good thing, or else
Yeah, I'm glad he did.
Yeah, or else you wouldn't probably be here right now.
Yeah, so I went. I was gonna shoot him. My cousin stopped me. He's like, "Oh, so Eddie, just go, get out of here. You hurt him enough." Like, I was beating him.
Yeah, you want to hurt.
And when I came out of jail, I was healthy. It wasn't this built 14-year-old no more.
Yeah.
I was built. So I didn't realize I was built until I got out and sat next to the guys that I grew up with. Like, oh shit, I am pretty big.
You're okay.
in there, everybody's still big, you know. So the bigger I got, the bigger they got. So I still thought I was small. But yeah, so that I went on the run from that, and
how long were you on the run for?
almost a year.
Oh wow!
So good year.
You were on the
Good year, yeah.
They told on you or what? How did that happen?
So I used to work at the first job I got too when I got out. At that time, I was a homie I met from jail got me a job.
Nice.
At Robinson's May. Remember when there was Robinson's May?
I think so.
Now Macy owns it. It's all Macy's.
Oh yes.
So I started working there, working in the bags, like just stocking everything. And the cops came looking for me, so I knew they were gonna go looking for me there because I had told them where I worked at and everything.
But how did they find out? Like, he went to the hospital and then they asked him what happened to you or some shit.
The cops came.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I literally just got away within seconds.
Oh,
This is how close I was. I went across the street and I look and I see the cop car. I was like, oh shit! So I went into this building. I jumped over the fence and like they drive by and I see them flash the lights through the building. It's like, oh shit! So I go to the other end. I jump over another building like a dumbass. I didn't know this one's lower level, so I jump. You know, some apartments are on top and then the driveway is down. So I'm down there. I was like, so I go out and I look I'm in the alley and looking out the gate. And I see the cop cars coming, and I was like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do?" And they kept going by, one after another, just like rotating. You know what I mean? So I was like, as soon as they go by again, I see them go by, and they don't see me. So I stand behind the trash can outside the gate.
because you're small, so it's good.
Yeah. So as soon as they pass me, I duck right behind the cop car. I had my hand on the bumper, following them, and I dip off to across the alley to another building.
Oh wow!
And I took off, and then I took off. You know. I would see cops driving by. I have a old bus schedule in my pocket, but I took my hair out.
Because you've always had long hair.
Yeah, so I let my hair out instead of having it pinned back and let it all out. Like if I can look like some little stoner kid or something. And I'm looking at the bus pass and I see him go by me. It's like, oh shit! I go behind the gas station. My sister ended up coming and getting me. I hid behind because the park was across the street. But because I got away like that, so I got away.
You were out for a year.
I went on the run. I was working at a car wash. I got another job, and then that was like right away. Got another job. Somebody helped me out. I was on the side of the car wash. It was a really nice car wash. And there's this white girl I used to talk to because she's the one that checks the cars in, that charges you how much when you're going through the line. Because I was doing detailing, so I'd always talk to her. So I'm over there eating. She runs back to where I'm eating at. It's like hidden. No one would know we're back there. She's like, Eddie, the cops are here looking for you. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, well, fuck. I don't know what to do. I don't have a car. I don't have nothing, She's like, did you talk to him? She's like, yeah, I told him you're across the street at El Torito's eating. She's like, oh, here's my car. My car's right there. Just pick me up at the mall at this time. Meet me at the food court. She's like, get out of here. I told me you're over there. So she helped me out.
That was very nice of her.
Yeah, she helped me out.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, she helped me out. I always remember her for that. So I got away. Went and picked her up. Living at my cousin's, living on the couch. I have no money.
Just the worst feelings, right?
So I was like, well, time to sell dope. And I started selling crystal.
Okay.
Back then it was still like
pure.
It was crank. You know, like the old stuff, not the shit that looks like glass. The old meth, you know what I mean?
Like the brownish ones?
Yes, like peanut butter crank.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Peanut butter, all the different ones with color.
I remember those.
We learned how to re-clean it, and me and a couple of my friends are the ones that learned how to turn it into ice. Because the glass you have out now is glass. There was another one called ice. Ice was more pure, more like smokers liked it. And within a month, I kind of was moving a lot of weight because of my friends and running into old friends.
But you never smoked it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, good.
No. I've tried coke. I've tried all that other stuff. I tried meth when I was a kid, when I was crank, when I was like 14. And I didn't like it.
Good for you.
But it was just
good for you.
I just experienced it back then. But this stuff, no, I never touched it. And me and my friend,
You started making money.
Making money. We were taking pounds of that shit to Hawaii for $50,000 a pound. Back then, it was very expensive.
Yeah.
And I mean, so for a year, I was going to Hawaii every week. Every week, flying to Hawaii, me and my friend. Sometimes just me. I met a girl out there too, you know. So that whole year, I was like, man, I never had that much fun.
Wait, but you were traveling to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But you were on the run.
Yeah. But back then, they didn't do the check how they do everything now.
I guess you're right.
It's
no,
nothing
for
like
sure.
it is now.
No, yes.
I was taking like 10 pounds in a backpack with me to Hawaii.
Wow.
The first one I took on me, they paid me to strap it on me, and then we just started moving it. Then we found other ways to get it over there.
For sure.
And we just kept going, and we made a lot of money. I looked out for my family, like my mom and all them. I had one aunt. I remember she needed help, so I helped her. But she liked to talk shit. After I got busted, she talked shit.
You know, that's how it kind of...
But I told her...
That's how it goes.
When I got out, I actually... Like, you didn't mind me giving you money back then, but now I'm out from prison. All you guys want to tell me shit, like how I'm going to live my life. I said, whether I go back to fucking up, it's no one else's business, because even when I did the time, ain't nobody of you sent me any money. No one came to visit me. No one wrote me no letters. I accepted my badge by my own. That's right. So I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I know what I need to do, but I don't need to hear you in my ear. Yeah. I already know what I got to do, and I'm already... I didn't tell him that part, but I'm already stressed out of what... Getting your life together. Want to hire somebody like me, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, when I all that, I got busted. Okay, so you're going back and forth. You're making your money. You're helping your family out. You're probably thinking you're like, okay, I'm unstoppable. Right I was thinking of turning myself in, because I was already putting money aside for a lawyer. Good for you. For he can try to go deal with what I'm in trouble for beating this guy up. Okay. Later, I'll tell you guys exactly what I did to him. I ain't saying it on no video. Yeah, for sure. It's fine. But I ended up going to... When I got busted, right before I got busted, I was saving money. I was going to pay the lawyer to fix... See if he can do something about this case, if I could turn myself in. Because I just want to see my kid. Yeah. I swear to you, that's... Back then, I didn't even care about girls getting laid. I didn't care about any of it. I just wanted to see my daughter. I just wanted to be with my baby. But it didn't work out like that. My boy that I was working with started doing crystal, got caught with an ounce, and then set me up with a cop. Oh, no. So that's what happened. Yeah, he set me up with the cop. That's how I got caught. So being on the run from the stuff I told you, beating up this guy, and on the run, it just snowballed. They started selling dope. Someone set me up. Now I'm fucking... I had a friend, a girl, it was like a girlfriend at the time, got caught with me. So... At the time, I told the cops, like, look, just let her go, and I'll tell you everything's mine right now. Yeah. I don't want no one else to get in trouble. There was guns in the house, but weren't mine. They were my cousins, but I took the blame for everything. So from that day on, my life just changed. I went back to prison. You went back to prison. How long did you get sentenced for? 13 years with 85%. 13 years. I was fighting 125 years to life.
How long did you fight your case for?
Because I had such a good lawyer, he went in there and made a deal quick because of my record.
Got it.
So I took the deal for 13 years with 85, but I was looking at 125 to life. And back then, they were striking you out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I already had strikes. All they needed was one charge to strike me out. Even the DA told them that. They came at me with a 4-year deal. We're going to sign it, but the head district attorney of Los Angeles wouldn't sign for it. So my lawyer comes back. He goes, we already made a deal. Thankfully, my lawyer went to school with the judge and my DA. Oh. He had me move from one courtroom to another just for he can,
work around
and
figure it out.
Try to help me out. But he got me a deal for 13 years, and the judge told me, Mr. Evie, you're looking at 125 years to life. And the DA even said it, I know you can beat all these charges, Mr. Everett, except for just one. All I need is one to give you 25 to life. So we're offering you the deal of your life. So I took the deal.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
But after we signed and everything, I was so mad. I told him, can I at least say bye to my family? Because before, the judge was being a dick. All other families were saying, letting him say bye, He told me no. And I was like, racist.
Did you think they treated you different because you were Native?
I felt that way. So I turned around and said bye anyways. I just told him.
No, that's right.
I turned around and told him, I'll see you when I see you. He's all, that's 30 days of contempt. You just gave me 13 years. You think I care, you fucking motherfucker?
Oh, you told him?
Yeah, it went off. I said, I'll get you and the day, you punk. I was so mad, because I just wanted to say bye.
Yeah, just be nice. Just be nice.
But they beat the shit out of me in the elevator.
Oh, no.
But I don't care. Even that. Now I still think about even those things that happened to me, getting beat up by the cop, for, being a big mouth. They were just lessons for me to be learned, even though I think they were still wrong for not letting me say bye to my family.
Of course.
I still shouldn't have done what I did. It's just the things that you have to change, like how you react on certain situations. And that was one of them. Because I have a short temper. I've always had a short temper. Being small, I always thought I had to fight everybody and defend myself, But yeah, they sent me back to prison.
Where'd you go?
That time I went to Delano.
Okay.
Delano Reception.
How many prisons did you go to?
I've been to a lot.
Okay. So you got to Delano. Obviously, it's different. I mean, it's obviously not different, but it's different because you've never been there.
Yeah, it was
How
different.
was that for you getting there?
When I got there, the stupid-ass white cop tells me, oh, Everett, aren't you Hispanic? Because I'm from Southern California, right? He's like, is this an alias? I said, no, that's my name. I said, there's some people that have white names, like some natives, some Hispanics have white names. I said, I have a fucking cracker name like you. Because my name is, so I didn't, I was like, whatever. But the other cop see me, he was a sergeant now. I'm all, Vegas. He's like,
oh, the same one?
Yeah, he's all, how you doing? I said, oh, shit happens. He's like, well, they're trying to put me down as a Southern Mexican. He says, this guy's native. He was in my building when his first term. That's all he ran with natives. So he fixed it. He fixed it for me. Because, it can cause friction. But I already knew a lot of people, so I knew, people know me already, But he made sure that, because this cop can be a dick and put it where he wants. Now I got to go to fucking, the counselor and have it fixed, and then go through all the headaches and new young Southerners and shit that don't know what's going on. They're gonna want to press up on me like, oh, I thought you're one of us, shit like that, because of that little thing that they want to mark me as Southern Hispanic.
Yeah.
So I already knew that. I had already learned from the first term,
which was a good thing. Yeah.
How things work, but yeah, I went there, and then where did I go from there? Oh shit! They sent me to. You guys probably heard of it, CMC. California Men's Colony.
No, I never heard of that one, actually.
That's where all the dropouts go.
Now.
Back then, too. So you have 2 weeks to get out of there. If you're not a dropout, 2 weeks. At least that's the Southerners' rules, 2 weeks. But we all went by the same thing because, we don't want to be labeled. So
of course.
You have to wait for a victim and find a victim and take off on them and get out of there.
Yeah, so that's what you did.
Yeah, so I had to do that, and I got moved. I went to Ironwood. I went to Tehachapi. Went back to Soledad.
How was all of those experiences though for you? What did you like? Was it all kind
Some
of like?
Some of them were just a blur because I was only there for a hot minute.
Yeah, because you're you're native, right? I mean, not that it's like we're all human, we're all the
Right.
same and things like that, but is it more calm for you guys?
You can
get what I
say
mean?
it can be because we're not into all the politics.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So we're not in all that politics that's going on amongst the Southsiders. Have a lot of that going on, you know, but because they're keeping their structure. And,
Of course.
And I give them their props. I have a lot of respect for them. They take care of each other. You know, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, them run the prison. They're the biggest population in there, you know. So,
Yes.
So people respect them and show, you know, we follow certain guidelines just as well. But for us, we don't have those problems, but we don't have a big group. So it's we're more of a target sometimes. We can be more of a target, you know, because
Target to like whom though?
to whoever wants to think they can get over on one of us.
Got it. But you guys are like,
No, we handle ours. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'll say it. No disrespect to the Southerners or North Angels either. I've been in riots with them, and I've been in riots against them.
okay.
The Southerners too, and I grew up with some of them.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
remember a friend.
protect- you gotta do what you gotta do.
One of my friends is like, "Hey, Littles, you know it's going down, right?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You stay on that side of the yard, bro. I'm gonna stay on this side, and whatever you do on that side, give it your all, cause I'm giving it my all over here." So, just that's not. We didn't cross each other's paths. He would stay on the other side, I'd stay on the other side, and when it kicked off, we got it.
Got it.
We did what we had to do.
Of course.
Because we were friends and we knew each other from the streets. It's like.
But
But we
have
didn't
to
let
follow
people
the
know we were
program.
friends because those are kind of, even my people can be the same way, you know. If that person screwed up, they're going to want you to go take care of it because you know them, you know.
Yeah.
They think you can get close to them, stuff like that. And then I had a friend back then that was a Southsider. Found out ended up telling on his own homeboy, so I knew he was acting weird one day, and I was like, "What's wrong with him?" He's like, "He was always really nice guy, like super nice, real calm, real mellow." He told me, he's like, "Littles, go to the bathroom with me." I was like, "All right." We'll go watch his back, you know. Even though that's not my business because I'm Indian, he's Southside, he should be taking his own homies. He's an older Southsider. He's like, "Littles, come here." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Hey, no, I don't got to tell you this, but I'm telling you this because I got love for you and the homies here love you." Then he said, "Fucked up. You got to just stay
Stay
out
away.
of it."
Got
I'm
it.
like, he's like, "Look." I was like, "All right, say no more."
Yeah.
And this is my second term now, you know, so
You
I already
already
kind
know.
of know. And I know they get down and I'm not going to interfere with their business because it's none of my business. And I ain't going to I'm not trying to become their enemy because I'm telling them, fuck you, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I tell them, fuck you for another reason, it's my own reason, not for someone else. And after that, I decided not to make friends outside of my people. I wouldn't befriend anybody, Southerners, even if I knew them. Like, I just kept it at a distance because that guy I was close to. I didn't care that he was Southern Mexican, you know. He was my friend. It kind of broke my heart that he ended up flipping.
Do you feel like that taught you
It taught me to be racist.
Okay.
It taught me to be racist. Taught me to be like, fuck everybody else. I'm keeping an Indian to the fullest. Like, I killed him.
It's what kept you safe.
Yeah, I'm red by nature, proud by choice. And I kept it like that ever since. Like, that really hurt my feelings. Like, there was my buddy, you know, and I couldn't help him. But then I couldn't help him because there's guidelines and certain rules.
And
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, I know they have their rules. Like, you can't eat with the blacks, you can't do this with the blacks, but you can do it with the whites, or you can do it with this. So I might have had my own rule. If you weren't Indian, I was you.
I know that's right.
And if you ask me, Mexican, if you ask me for a shot of, let me get it, like a friend, Littles, let me get a drink off your cup. I'm like, nah. So I'll give you a shot, but you ain't drinking off my cup. And I told him, just like I told you, I decided not to share and break bread with any other race if it wasn't us. Because I'm not going to let you make the rules because now you telling me I can't eat with them, you're not going to talk to me because I talk to them. Well, I ain't any of you then.
Mm-hmm.
All of you are my enemies at the end of the day. And it's really true. We're all each other's enemies, even if we don't want to be.
Yeah.
Because it's just
How it goes.
How it goes in there, you know. So because that shit kind of broke my heart, I just stayed in my people.
Which was probably the
best
thing for you.
It was because a lot of that stuff,
You can put your phone there. You're okay.
I knew a lot of them. They were good to me, you know.
I'll put mine there too.
They were good to me and everything. So I just kept just a mutual respect. After that happened, I just kind of backed off. And and it made me, wherever I was, try to make sure our group was strong. Make sure we take care of our elders. Make sure we take care of the ones that can't, that we know that are scared, and it's okay. Like, I've already been here long enough. I was at a certain age now where if something goes down, I got to step up, because the brothers that taught me are already too old to do that. And the ones that are just getting, they're younger than me. Now I'm in that middle age to where I'm kind of having to talk to the other races when there are problems.
Got it.
I had to step up to that plate.
You had no choice because it was your turn.
It was my turn. So, but I learned. I got a mouthpiece. I know how to talk to people. And somebody told me that, he's like, you know how to talk to people, Littles? You're gonna be good watching the circle when I leave. He's like, you take care of the elders. He's all, and we know we schooled you really well. You're gonna be fine.
You know, I love that you say that, because I don't think these younger people know disrespect to the younger generation. Like you saying, we have to take care of our elders is everything in life. Even like out here, we want to take care of our older. And it makes me want to cry, because how many people, like how many men are in prison and they're so old, and it's like the younger fools just go in there and just like
brush them off,
even though those fools put in so much work,
and they forget about that.
Oh, and they done so much so that they could be okay. You know, so that they could be okay. And they don't respect that. You know.
Yeah, I was taught that, like, the elders. The way I was able to walk in prison is because the elders before me, they put it down. They let all the different races there know that we're warriors, and don't fucking forget it. They did a lot of shit for me able to walk that yard and have the respect that I had for being Native. It was because of them, not because of me.
You know, and that goes for, you know, not just Natives. It goes for
all
every
races.
single...
Yeah, every group.
Every group. You know?
And, like, the Southerners, they have a structure of the Native stuff, you know, like the Aztec stuff.
Well, we are Natives.
They support that Aztec stuff. They show it, like the different warriors and stuff like that. So they got that bloodline. They know what time it is. What we're supposed to do as men, as warriors, is protect all women and children and elderly people.
That's right.
And to protect those that can't protect themselves.
That's right.
I was taught that. I try to live by that. I try to honor that every day. That's something I put in my prayers every day, to always protect all women and children, no matter what, even if it means giving up your own life. And I'm gonna stick with that.
That's right.
I'm gonna stick with it and live with it till the day I die.
So, okay. So you're there, it's your turn now, you know, you're looking out for your elders and you're teaching the younger. And that's how it goes for you for a while.
Yeah, for a few years.
Where did you do most of your time at?
On this last one, because I did 11 and some change. Most of it in Ironwood.
So when you got your 13 years, was that your last term?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did the 7 and then 13.
Okay.
And then I did 4 and some change, and then 11 and some change, so 16.
Okay. So
I had fun again.
You had fun again?
Yeah, I don't know how.
On your last term?
When I got to Ironwood.
Okay, tell me about
like,
your fun.
All the other prisons, like I went to Norco, didn't like it. They kicked me out because they said I was manipulating staff, this female staff.
Oh, wait, tell us more about that one. We want to know about you manipulating these women staff.
They said I was bringing in narcotics. I was a threat to security or whatever. So, and I used to work for the captain at the time. I worked for this captain. The captain was cool, you know, like he liked me. He was black captain too. And back then you couldn't have long hair. They had the grooming standards. I still have my long hair, but I just pinned it up, put it in my hat. This fucking one cop, Mercer, she was beyond me. You need to cut your hair, Everett. I'm all, no, I don't. And then there was a black cop. He's all, Everett, you need to cut your hair. I'm going to need to change your skin color. He's like, how can I change my skin color? I said, how should I cut my hair? This is who I am. Just like that's who you are. Because
it's your hair is like, it's more like
part of who we are. It's like cutting your spirit, you know?
Yeah.
So I told him that, and all the blacks are right there, and who's in the chow line, they're like, damn, Littles told you. Telling the cop. I told this other guy that in the shower one day. He's like, hey, Littles, how come you don't cut your hair? I said, how come you don't change your skin color?
Yeah.
He's like, this is who I am. He said, exactly.
This is who you are.
And then the other black guys, they kind of knew me. They knew I was...
A clown.
Like, I would talk shit. They're like...
Not a clown like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I clowned around. I learned. The elders used to get me to make me mad. then finally I started getting them, and then the other ones would be like, "You guys created a beast. Don't get mad at him now because he's clowning you." But yeah, that guy tells him, "So why don't you change your skin color?" He's like, "Well, this is who I am." I said, "Exactly." I said, "You guys think the only that have been through fucking trials and all kinds of shit that shit's happened to you? Well, it's not my fault. You guys were cowards and didn't stand up for your people." I said, "The reason there's not many of us is because we fought until we were almost fucking done with." I said, "So don't be mad at me. I'm all, look how much of you guys are. And even now, you guys don't even stand up for yourselves."
And there's.
I said, "But you're going to ask me about cutting my hair? But you're offended by me telling you to change your skin color?"
Yeah.
But my friend Pee Wee's a black guy. He's all, "I told you shouldn't be talking shit to littles. You know he's gonna talk shit." Because I don't care. I don't care what race you are.
Yeah.
Because in all reality, I'm not racist. I hate everybody the same.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I hate everybody the same.
Like if you're a jerk, bro, you're a jerk.
Yeah, I hate everybody the same.
Even if you're Mexican, whatever,
Yeah.
like, bro,
And
you're
when we
fucking.
get to know each other and I like you, then I like you. I don't care
Yes.
what color you are or what you
Yeah.
are, but I hate everybody.
I know what you mean.
I'm cool with me and my dogs.
Okay, so you have dogs.
Yeah. But yeah, and there I was
So
like that.
you didn't tell us about you and the girls.
Oh yeah. So there's this counselor. When I got to this place, this is like '99, so 2000. This is when my mom passed away.
Okay.
So this is, and she ends up being my counselor. So the guy that they told me not to have his back. That was supposed to be my boy. That was his counselor too, and supposedly they thought they were fooling around. But because I used to go in there with him to talk to her, because you always want to have a witness.
Okay, you always want to have somebody with you.
So me and him were cool. So hey, Little's going there with me to talk to her. So you never go in the office with any cop or
By yourself.
By yourself. You always bring someone for your. Ask what the fuck. This is what I told him. And, so you have your witness. So they can't say nothing, or somebody looking in the window and seeing that you're in there talking to the cop. Oh, we think he's in there dropping
For
a
sure.
dime or something. So that was we had to take care of ourselves that way, and that was the only thing. But this one cop didn't like him or me, so he made a big issue about it. And then finally one day I was at work and I seen the goon squad. I was like, "What the fuck, who are they looking for?" And my boss is on vacation. But before, like a week before,
The lieutenant boss.
the captain, he was the custody captain. So he's like the captain of all. He's right underneath the warden. One day he seen him harass him. He's like, "Hey, leave my clerk alone. Leave my porter alone." I was his porter and his clerk. "You leave my fucking worker alone." He went on vacation. They rolled me up. They waited for him. I have all. I still have the paperwork at home. I saved all that stuff because somebody wanted to use it to write a book.
Hey.
So I was like, all right, we'll talk about it. But yeah, so
The money's right.
they straight rolled me up. They sent me to Chino to Palm Hall. Now I'm 27 years old. That same feeling I felt when I first went to prison, because Chino was like a dungeon. I was scared again. Because you can just feel the tension in that place. It's like, when you go outside and it's foggy and you walk through the fog, you can cut through it, but you're walking through it.
Yes.
It's exactly how it feels in there. Like, just bad,
And now you're 27. You're not 18 or 19. You're a man,
Yeah,
and you're still feeling this. That's how you know it's real.
Yeah, so I went to Palm Hall. I went to Palm Hall on one side and ended up going to the other side to Overflow. And I wouldn't sell with nobody else but natives, because in there you have to really be strict on it. Even on certain yards, you don't sell with no one else but your own,
Okay.
So they try to put me on the PC tier
Oh no.
because they only had a cell there, right? And they did. They put me in the end. But when I walked across, the first time, my bad, they put me on the third tier with the Southsiders. And then at the end, from the last Southsider, and then there was Norteño on this other side of us, on that side, So they put me in the middle
Hold on, let me fix it.
to separate them,
So you don't keep.
So yeah, they separated us, and when I told them like, no, I'm not from no neighborhood, I'm not from Southern or Northern, then they try to stick me on the PC tier, like as a non-affiliate, but I'm not a non-affiliate. I'm still active.
Yeah, you're
I'm just
active.
not from those big crews.
You're an active native.
Yeah, so I flooded the tier, and they came and beat the shit out of me. When they took me back to that same cell, I had no choice. They handcuffed me, threw me back in there. They took all my bedding, like, and Chino's, all the windows are busted out, and it's during the winter, so it's cold. All the windows are busted. So I found this tiny little razor. I remember, and I cut the mattress open and I slipped inside of it, and I just sat there. I was like, I want to go home.
Fuck.
I was like, the fuck? But I had to do that, like.
So because you were freezing.
Yeah, and I had to flood the tier because I don't let them know I don't want to be on this fucking tier. So finally, they took
So
me.
you did it more for the people could see.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, you
to
have
protect yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they took me to classification the next day. The sergeant, I'm gonna get you in an emergency, and they're, well, you guys are just trying to get me in a fucking wreck. Like, I'm not trying to be a problem, but
I'm doing this for myself.
I'm not PC and I'm not going anywhere back to the main line. So he got me right into the next classification. They fixed it, and then they put me on the bottom tier with the whites because they were the only ones that had an extra cell, which they were cool. And some of the Southerners up here knew me when I walked by. They're like, Littles, what's up, Littles? So, you know, they're telling the homie that was there, like, oh, he's Indian, but he's cool with all the homies. He's cool with us, you know. He's always looked out during lockdowns, give them stuff, like when they're locked down or whatever. But that was a hell of an experience. So they rolled me up from there, and then I went to Ironwood. No, I went to Tehachapi and then to Ironwood. But
And Tehachapi is kind of the same thing.
yeah, it was always locked down. It was level 4 at the time when I got there, so it was always locked down.
Okay.
You barely seen the yard, and it was cold. You didn't want to go. It was snowing when I went there. That place was cold.
But they give you like boots.
Yeah,
and
they give you. They hook
I mean,
you
it's
up.
still freezing though.
Yeah, they hook you up.
How many blankets do they give you?
They give you wool blankets, and they give you one cotton one because you know the wools are like scratchy.
I hate those.
So they give you, I think, 2 wool blankets. Yeah, it was 2 wool blankets and 1 cotton. So you can put the cotton underneath in your sheet. But it's warm because they have the heaters.
Oh,
inside.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Inside, it's not too bad, but it's still cold.
Yeah, you have to sleep with your beanie and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
On. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to take the beanies and cut the top off and use it for like a turtleneck. That was a pull all the way down,
Yeah.
put my head through it. And it would
Hey, you had to do what you had to do.
Yeah, because it was freezing.
Wow.
And but Ironwood, that's the one I remember the most. I met a lot of good people there, a lot of good friends.
Do you still keep in contact with any of them?
There's some. Some of them I see out on the streets.
Nice.
Yeah, I see on the streets. We see each other every now and then. A couple of my Asian brothers, a couple of my Indian brothers that live up in like Lemoore and like Tulare County and all that. Like by Bakersfield.
Yes.
I go out there and visit him sometimes.
Nice.
I have some brothers out here in San Diego. There's a few that, you know, kept in contact. We don't all the time, but
Because everybody has their own lives and
every
stuff
now
like
and
that.
then.
Yeah.
yeah, and I learned to draw in there. Like, I'm really grateful for a lot of the guys in there. Like, I'm talking from Mexican to my native brothers, to the elders, the Samoan elders, the Asian elders, the whites, all the elders that I met. They really, the person I am today is from the help of them. And I don't know what I would have became by not going to prison, but I know what I became from going, and I'm happy with who I am.
Nice. I think that's the most important thing
And
life.
I'm grateful for all those individuals that I met along the way, because none of them not once took advantage. They literally try to school me to become a man.
Yes.
And
I love that.
And I have a lot of respect for them. And I got a lot of respect from a lot of people, and thanks to them, the way they taught me how to carry myself. Because I pretty much go out here in Los Angeles, a lot of neighborhoods that I'm not from the neighborhood, but I usually know somebody because being locked up, I met so many people.
Yes.
Like, oh, fucking Littles. Like, they treat me, show me much love, you know what I mean? I've really had no problems. But I don't have a lot of friends either. I keep it that way for a reason. So I ain't trying to go back.
I know that's right, right?
I ain't trying to go back.
How long? Well, so what would you say was I have to ask, this is one of the main questions, 2 of the main questions that I asked. What would you say was the craziest thing you saw? And I don't even mean necessarily just stabbings, because that's kind of like a norm.
I'll say it. This was the craziest one. And it was a stabbing, but it was crazy. I was a fish going down. The stairs went like this, like a spiral. And
What is a fish?
I was new.
Okay, new fish.
And I seen them stab a guy right in front of me.
Was that the time when you froze?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that knife was like this big. I seen it disappear. And he dropped to the floor, and we kept going. He died. And then one time I was coming out of my work area, like what is it? The trade area where you have to dress out and come through. And I already knew something was going to happen. Just didn't know who, but, you know, they give certain people a fair warning if they get their canteen or, you know.
Oh, shit.
You know, do what you need to do before it goes locked down, get the things you need. Mm-hmm. And I seen him right there, right outside the work, like the Sally Port. I seen him stab this guy. And I told the brothers, well, look, they just got him, so hurry up so we can get out to the yard, to the cells real quick, or we're going to be stuck in that area because it was outside the door. We were going to be stuck in there until who knows what time.
Until they figured it out.
Yeah. So we walked out and he was sitting like this, dead. And we walked around and kept going. I seen some crazy shit. I seen two lifers. They were so mad that this one cops kept f***ing. So we were in the chow hall, and they used to have metal trays back then. This is two in Solidarity, and they beat the shit out of this cop with these metal trays.
You know, sometimes I feel like, you know, people don't want to behave that way. Well, some do, some don't.
Yeah.
Some do need to be inside.
Oh no, I met some of them.
Tell me about those.
I met some guys that I don't wish jail on nobody.
No.
But there's some people in there that should never get out.
Yes.
Like, probably shouldn't be in prison. They should be in a mental institution.
Got it.
Like, they're
not okay.
Yeah, they're.
And you say that why?
Because death means nothing to them.
They're just soulless.
Yeah, like they don't care who they hurt. You know, like gang members. I mean, you told me, like, you know a lot of them too.
Mm-hmm.
Why rob innocent people on the street? Why don't you go rob people in the same game that you're in?
Yeah.
Give it a fair fight.
I agree.
We don't need to rob the innocent people. Rob the people within that world you're in.
Because they're scary ass fools.
Right? And instead, they're robbing ladies for their
weak ass fools.
Ladies for their purses, and not, you know, I'm talking about people, random people like whites too.
No,
whites,
I know what you're saying.
They're out there robbing just women for their purses, jacking people for nothing. You know what I mean? These spices that be selling the fruits and stuff. Why you want to them?
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's one thing I learned from my grandfather. That's a warrior.
That's right.
That guy right there accepts humiliation and walks the streets and sells fruits all day to provide for his family. That's a warrior.
That's right.
That's
a man.
I thought a warrior was willing to hurt and do whatever you need to kill. You know, that's what I thought a warrior was growing up.
Definitely not.
But no, a real warrior is someone that's going to accept humiliation too if they have to, even if it's to do whatever they need to protect their family, like the ones that are the street vendors. You know, sometimes I don't even eat nothing. I just buy it. Now I learned that from my grandfather. As I got older, I realized what a warrior really is: to protect all women and children and elderly, and be as humble as possible.
Yes, I love that.
Be as humble as possible.
I don't think I keep talking about these younger people, but I just don't understand it, because it's all these younger people that are hurting the older people.
Yeah, they're not even listening to a lot of the people they should be listening to until they get there, and then they're scared.
And then what happens?
Yeah, it's like, why should have listened?
That's why I feel like a lot of these younger people are the people that are not like in the right places, because they go in there thinking no, and it's like, bro, you just go with the program.
I think drugs got a lot of things messed up for a lot of the different races in jail.
I believe that as well.
Drugs has really got their heads so up. Like, I've seen a lot of homies lock it up because they started doing fucking meth in prison and stayed up for so many days. Now they're tripping and thinking everybody's out to get them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they end up rolling it up, fucking up their prison career. At least not being able to walk the main line no more because they got so paranoid and nobody was after them. And
it's not like they're not no good. They're solid ass fools.
Now they think there's nothing, or maybe they have something that they done. Now people know
conscious,
about it. And you know, the drugs fucking gets them all tweaked out.
Definitely drugs.
So drugs is a big factor in everybody's being in jail.
Yeah.
And all the dropping out, like locking it up because you're scared. It's the drugs.
For sure, the drugs.
It's a lot of the drugs.
What would you say was the nicest thing you saw or experienced while being incarcerated?
Nicest thing? Nothing.
Not even the teaching?
Okay, you know what? The nicest things in there was the most peaceful is when I got to go to our sweat lodge.
Okay.
And we would go on the weekends, and even though it was still fenced off in this little area, but being able to hold ceremony and eat with our friends there and kind of be away from all the chaos on the yard. It's like being in church, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a safe place for even people in jail. Church is a place that no one's going to go and do something stupid. It was just a peaceful space. Oh, I had a I had a squirrel.
You had a squirrel?
For a pet for a little while.
How did you find the damn squirrel?
At the sweat lodge, I would put bread out for him every day, and he'd come. Then I'd start leaving trails closer to me and closer.
Oh, no, you did.
Yeah. I was there for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
And then I put it on my leg, and he'd crawl up.
Ah. Did you name him?
No, I was trying not to get too attached, but I already was.
Yeah.
So he'd come, and I'd finally put it up here, and he'd come and sit on my shoulder and get it and run back, take it. One day I went out there, and someone ran him over. I was so sad.
Oh, no. I mean, I would have been sad, too.
I was so sad. I had a squirrel for a pet. I had a white cat. Then the cop took the cat home for me because they were going to raid. They were going to search everything. They were going to take him anyway, so he took it home.
Did he bring him back?
No.
Oh, he just kept them.
Yeah, he kept them, but he's all, look, I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to show you.
Oh, he had
all
him.
right, cool. He at least got a home, you know?
Yeah.
And he knew I took care of him. I used to buy cans of tuna every month for my cat. And I had a little curtain so they couldn't see him. But the cops knew because I was there for a long time. So he would sleep on my pillow, a little white cat.
Aw, that's sweet.
I had a rattlesnake.
Damn, where the heck did you get that from?
In Iowa, there's all kinds of... I had a rattlesnake. I had a king snake. I had a tarantula.
Oh, my God.
You get like in different times, you know what I mean?
Scary.
2 gecko iguanas. I just sit there and play with them, feed them, go out there and hunt with rubber bands to get like grasshoppers and stuff for them, feed them.
Oh, wow, you're down.
So that stuff was kind of fun in there.
Well, you know, that's like real human stuff.
Yeah.
That you got to feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's love for your heart.
Yeah.
It's for the soul, I should say, right?
Yeah. But when it's time to come home, that's when it hit me that I didn't know where to go.
Because you didn't have anybody anymore.
Yeah, like, you know, family passed away, like immediate family.
Yeah.
The ones that you're always close to. It's like, damn. It didn't seem real at first. When they passed away, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't cry or nothing. Nothing. Like, it just didn't seem real to me because I wasn't there.
For sure.
But when the day it was time to finally come home, they had to come find me for one. I was hiding from the cops. Yeah, I was hiding from them. I was like, nah, they're not gonna get me. So I went to chow, and the guys, Dad, give me your plate. You're going home today. No, you, I ain't going home eating my food.
You didn't want to go home.
No. So I went to my buddy's cell, and then they called the yard. We went to the yard. I'm cruising. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning now, 9 o'clock. And they're looking for me. So they spot me in the towers. Like, Everett, you're supposed to report to R&R. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go right now. Don't go. I see the brothers are like, hey, bro, the cops are coming over here. They're going to come get you right now. So they block me. So they stand in front of me, and I start to walk back the other way to take off. I was going to go hide somewhere else.
Oh, my goodness.
And the tower cops, so Everett, stay right there. I was like, fuck. So they came and got me like, Everett's going home. This is why, okay, I didn't think I was going home on that Friday because I'm a high-risk parolee. I was either supposed to get released a day before the weekend, not on a Friday. I should have got released on Thursday if I can report to parole officer the next day.
Uh-huh.
Or they keep you for the whole weekend and send you home on Monday. That's what I thought. And it was April Fool's Day I was getting out. So I thought they were lying to me. I thought they were going to play a joke on me and I was going to be pissed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys going to get me. It's April Fool's Day.
You're April Fool's, fool.
Like, you guys, you know? So I was like, whatever. And they're like, hey, don't you want to go home? I'm like, yeah, whatever. So they took me back to my cell to get my bag. I did have everything packaged. I left everything except for personal stuff. And they took me to R&R, and then it hit me. I was like, oh shit, where am I gonna go?
Where did you go?
So I was in this program in there. So I went to one of those homes when you
like
get
halfway
out.
house.
Halfway house, yeah. And it was right there in South Central, by the stadium, the old stadium. It was called
Exposition and Martin Luther King area.
Yeah, it was called Amistad or something like that. It was a program they had in prisons. I joined it if I could stay on that yard because I wanted to stay on that yard. All my buddies were on that yard. And that was, be honest, it was the active yard, but it was a clean yard.
Yeah,
you know, everybody knew each other there. We knew who was there. So I wanted to stay there. So I had to get in that program just so I could stay with.
Hey, you had to do what you had to do.
So,
but it helped.
Yeah, it did. So I had somewhere to go, and I went to this program, and I went. I was like, I was nervous and everything. Like I said, I was cool with staying. Like, I hadn't been with a girl in a long time, so I forgot how that felt. Like, not even the urge was gone because you forgot how it was. It's like a kid that's never had it before, you know. So I forgot
what you mean.
Everything. Not a big deal. And I had to pay no bills. And I really had no money. I mean, I had some money like saved up, but I had everything I needed. Everything I needed was right under my bed. All the food I needed. My bed's right there. TV. Everything, you know. So, but I go to this program. They pick me up too. The program picks me up. So I'm so nervous. I didn't even smoke cigarettes when I was in jail. I smoked when I got out.
Oh, wow.
So that's how nervous I was. So I smoked a cigarette, and I get there, and they tell me, "Oh, this is your room." They want me to give them all my money for one, like everything. Like they want to search all my stuff. I was like, I fucking feel like I'm still in jail. At least over there I was comfortable. Right here it's like going to a new prison. I gotta
start over again.
Start over, right? So I was there, and they put me in this room.
Like a real room.
1, 2, yeah. There's like 5 people in that room.
Oh shit.
They're all black.
Oh.
I said I'm not doing it. So I left.
The program.
Yeah, I stayed in the outside in the yard of it. Like it's closed in, whatever. Just chilled right there. So I'm not going in there. I just came from a fucking level 3 yard where you only sell with your own. You think I'm gonna jump from that just straight into a fucking cell with
like you can't do that to me.
I said I'm not doing it. I said and the black guy's like, oh, you'll be all right. I said, nah, I'm cool. I'll go sleep in the fucking outside. So they got mad. I told him, you know what, give me my money in the morning. Give me my money. Give me all my stuff. I knew some other guy in there. Said, let me borrow a backpack. And let me borrow his backpack.
Yeah, I'm getting violated.
And no, they couldn't because when I got busted, I was under the old law. I wasn't mandated to go there. I volunteered.
Okay.
So I was able to leave.
Because of the program that you were doing.
I was able to leave and give them another address. So I told them, oh, fuck you, I'm leaving. They're like, you're just going to end up back in jail, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, I'm better than this fucking place. So I left. And I walked all the way to whatever the bus line was and got on the bus. I made it all the way home. And
but where did you go?
I went to my cousin's house.
Okay.
I called him. I'm like, do you mind if I stay at your house for like a couple days? So I went and stayed at his house. And then I started working with my cousin at a tattoo shop because I'm a tattoo artist.
Okay.
So I started working with him, and then, you know, I heard people talk shit. So I just got up and left, and I slept in the park for 3 months. And then I slept in my car for like the next 3 years.
Wow.
I got a car after the park. Finally got a car. Got an apartment. Someone screwed that up for me. And then I just started lived in my car for 3 years.
You lived in your car for 3 years.
For 3 years. The day
even though you had money in your pocket.
Yeah, because I was still scared. Like I didn't know how to pay bills. I didn't know if I really had enough clientele where I can keep a steady flow of money coming to pay bills. But after the 3 years, finally
Wait, hold on. How did you how did you live like that? Like obviously you had a little bit of money, so you would go eat, and like where were you shower, like things like that.
I would go to
what kind of car was it?
I had a little Honda at the time. But before I had the Honda, I would sleep in the park. I'd stay up, read until I got real tired, fall asleep. As soon as the sun came up, I'd be up. I'd go to the gym. I'd work out. I'd wash my clothes in the shower, go to the laundry, dry them, and go to work.
Okay.
So every day, I'd go to the gym, work out, and shower. And then when I got my car, the same thing. Do the same thing.
Wow.
And I did that for a few years, and then I finally I met this girl, and I told her, like, I really don't have much to offer. And at the time, she would sneak me in her house. So we dated for a while. We dated for like 6 years. Her family was cool. Her mom and dad were age difference too, so they understood it. And we were good. Like, it was cool. So I ended up finally getting a girlfriend all in one day. I got a girlfriend. I got off parole that day. And I got an apartment that day.
Wow.
And the parole officer was trying to, because I called him and gave me my new address. He was trying to keep me on parole, parole for 3 more months. Because they screwed up. I was supposed to go home 3 months earlier, but they didn't. They forgot to give me my time back. It was their mistake. So if he would have kept me on the 3 months parole still, they would have had to give me money for those whole 3 months. Because I did more than my time on parole and in jail.
Okay.
They owed me 3 months, so they took it off my parole to let me get off a little sooner. Mm-hmm. So it was like,
you're all, give me the money better.
Yeah, I wanted the money. That's what he was doing me the favor, because you're doing good. I'm not going to violate you. I'm just going to try to keep you on until the day that you got out.
And you weren't even on drugs or anything like this, and you're living like this, like that is intense. Like,
oh no, it was
that is intense. Like sleeping on the bench. Like, that is intense.
Yeah, I had a
Like,
I had a journey. I had a nice
you
journey.
did. You said I had a nice journey.
It was
fucking crazy.
because there's people that sleep on the streets every day. At least I got to feel what they felt.
Yeah.
I have a little bit more compassion for people like that now.
Because you don't ever know their story.
Yeah, and a lot of them have mental illness. They just need help.
Yeah.
A lot of them just really need help, and there's some that need you to take care of them. That's the kind of help they need. They need someone to give them their medication. A lot of them, people who have homeless are just, it's mental health issues.
Yes.
And a lot of our mental health people out there too are people that are from the war.
Yes.
So, you know, I maybe had a little bit more compassion to them. But I was free. So that's all I kept telling myself.
That's right.
Is I'm free. No more locked doors.
No more locked doors.
I can get up and, you know.
Even though you wanted to stay.
I can go to the store. Like one time I was in the house, like fucking bored when I finally have an apartment. My brother's all, bro, you know you can go to the store whenever you want. And it dawned on me like, oh shit, I forgot. And I was so used to, once I go home, I would stay in. Wouldn't go nowhere. Just stay to myself. My brother, he's like a brother to me. I met him when he was like 17 years old, and he saved my life too. He made me not want to go back.
What did he do to make you not want to go back?
Show me love.
That's all we need.
Yeah, he was really. He's still my brother. I still talk to him. He's already like 32 now, 33.
So he's younger.
Yeah, and me and him have been like one of my best friends forever. I don't see him as much anymore. He has 2 kids, but like I know his mom. His mom, they treat me like family. Like we all live close by. Like right now we don't talk as much because he's got a family now.
Yeah, we're busy.
But yeah, exactly. But he knows that
You love him.
Yeah, and he's my
Shout
brother.
out to him. Because he's probably gonna see this.
Yeah.
You're gonna send him the link. Like, look, I finally went on. I finally showed my face.
That's my brother. They call him DJ Hollywood.
Nice. So okay, so you get your own place, you have a girlfriend, and you get off parole.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into your first own apartment?
After I gave him the money, the next day I wanted to get it back. I wanted to leave.
Oh no!
I wanted to go back to my car because I was comfortable in my car. Well, you know why? Because when I moved in that day, I had, imagine this whole thing empty, and I had 3 bags that sat in that corner. That's it. That's all I had. So I was like, man, I should have just stayed in my car, and I would have kept the $3,000. Because like I made that money. Some real rich guy came in and spent a lot of money. I made a lot of money that night. And my brother says, what are you going to do with your money? I said, I'm going to fix my car. Someone put a system in my car.
Oh, hell no.
He's like, you better go get a fucking place.
Yes.
So I did. I went and got a place. But it was...
You kept your place.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I kept my place.
And how did you feel? Okay, so let's just rewind to like you stood there, and and now this is your own space. Did the girl move in with you?
No.
Oh, even better.
I had my own place.
Oh,
myself,
even better.
My own 1-bedroom apartment.
And then you bought your first couch, and then what did you buy first?
A blanket.
You didn't have a blanket.
I just used my jacket.
Oh my goodness! For all of these years.
Yeah. I traveled lightly, and I always thought, what if I could go back? I don't want to lose a bunch of stuff.
Oh my goodness.
But I traveled lightly, and then I finally got a TV, a couch. Wait, no, the bed. The girl at the time I was dating, she helped me get a bed and everything.
Okay, tell me about your first time sleeping on the actual bed. You couldn't even sleep. Let me find out you couldn't sleep. Oh my goodness, Eddie!
I would lean against the bed and watch TV and fall asleep like that.
Wow.
It was all strange for me, but all those years, like when I got out, my brother helped me. My ex at the time, she helped me, but my anger helped me the most. I was so angry and mad at like family too, for being on the streets. And then what I heard, conversations like, "Oh, he'll just go back to jail." I was determined to make it.
That's right.
And I was gonna show them. And right now, from that time, I own my own shop. I own a tattoo shop.
Oh, I gotta go get tatted.
Yeah, I own my own tattoo shop. I have a music studio that we kind of started. We're still working on right now.
Nice.
And I work for Drew. You guys.
Well, my husband knows. I guess you guys were here not too long
Drew,
ago.
he has his Tweaker Hunter show and stuff. I've been like his personal guard for the past 6 years. And him too, that guy's helped change my life. Like, give me another job and built a friendship with him. And like, I'm happy.
You know, you say that a lot of people help you change your life, but you know what? You did that. You did that.
I did.
You did that. That's your word.
It's good to have
no, it's a good support system.
Yeah, some friends along with the journey.
No, most definitely.
Yeah.
But my God, I don't even know what to say. You know, I don't know if you know, but I'm like a super talker. I always know what to say. Well, I don't always know what to say. I say whatever I want to say, right? But wow, like.
I guess I had a lot to say, just not too many people want to hear it sometimes.
Oh, I do.
I don't really socialize with a lot of people, you know what I mean? So if I get comfortable, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised I'm comfortable on this fucking camera. I just keep forgetting that it's there.
Well, it's because it's me and you.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
me and you.
talking to you. And this guy, he has a warm smile. When I came in the first time with Drew, I was like, I know if I feel uncomfortable with people, I know which people to watch out for.
Because if you don't listen to your inside is everything.
Yeah.
That feeling is everything, you know, and once you get to know yourself and you know certain things about you, that's how you move around, you know?
Yeah. I've been out for going on 17 years in March. April 1st will be 17 years. But these past 6 years, the other years since I've been out with, roller coaster,
of course,
experienced a lot of things and a bunch of different shits happened. But these past 6 years, like working with Drew and them, I've had a blast.
Yes. Like you're living your best life.
Like, I'm already 52 years old. I don't feel an age over 25.
I know that's right.
I don't. I'm already 52 and I'm still running around with guys that all my friends are like half my age. And I don't know, maybe it's my mentality was still stuck being young too for being in jail. But I still have the knowledge and the wisdom on certain things, you know.
Amen.
But I've been like working with Drew for a while. And I've been all over the place with him.
That's right. Living life.
Yeah, I've been everywhere. Like this weekend I'm leaving with him to Detroit.
Okay.
He's flying out to Detroit to work with him and everything. I'm very grateful.
That's right.
Grateful for everything I got now. I'm happy with the person that I am. Like all my family that I was angry with, I was telling you, I was angry. Like the type that I'm gonna go piss on their grave type of shit, you know. I can be a real mean.
Mm-hmm.
But now to where I don't wish them no harm or nothing. I don't care if they're doing good or bad.
That's on them.
Don't care about nothing. I don't talk to any of them. Even my cousins, like, I don't talk to this person for a reason. And if you still socialize with them, I know you do, I can't do that with you.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to know if I'm doing good or bad. You want to be gone, your wish was my command.
That's right.
And now I am doing good.
No, you're doing amazing.
I'm doing good, and I don't care if they know that. I don't want them to know that because I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
And I don't wish no harm on you. I wish you the best. Before I hated them, but all the hate's gone now. Like, I don't hate you and I don't love you either. But if this makes you feel any better, I hope everything works out good for you too. Because I'm happy with what I have now, and I built it on my own.
That's right. That's right.
Not from them. They can say whatever they want, try to take credit for it, but no, I did this on my own.
Yes, you did.
And
with your amazing support system.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen your daughter? Do you see your daughter?
Yes, I see her now. She lives in Oklahoma, but I'm blessed. I have a good relationship with her.
God, I'm sure she's very proud of you.
Yeah. I have a niece, and when I got out of prison, she was my sister's daughter's best friend. And I've known the family for a long time. But she's like my daughter. Since the age of 12 years old, since I've been home, I raised her. Even when I was homeless, I raised her. And to this day, that's my other little girl. So
right.
Like, biologically, I have one daughter, but I have two daughters.
That's right.
I have my two girls.
You're a great man, Eddie.
And my youngest one, she's been there. I've been raising her since she was 12. She's my baby.
That's right.
The other one didn't understand it at first, but she understood that.
Because she's older now.
Yeah, and she was already 20 when I came home, 24, 21. This one was the chance to be a father figure, you know?
Mm-hmm. What you missed.
Yeah, and and what she needed too.
Yeah.
And that's my baby. She's still in my life to this day.
That's right.
And her mom was always like, he's my dad.
Yeah.
So I have my dad, but that's my dad.
Yeah.
So like that, there's some things that I've done like with her. That's my little girl.
I'm sure she's gonna be watching this too, right?
Oldest one, her name is News.
You call her what?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, if you have something to say to the younger people, what would you say? What would you tell them, that are just getting out, things like that?
Shit, I would say don't listen to what anybody else tells you. Follow your heart and do what's right. Because you really don't know what your path is until you start walking it.
That's right.
Like, I didn't think I went to school in there for a lot of different things. All those trades and shit I learned, none of them worked. The trade I wasn't supposed to learn in there, tattooing, is what's taking care of me today. And that's the one I wasn't supposed to learn. So,
do you have your Instagram page for that page? Oh, so it just works. It just goes.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
I like it.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I like it like that. Like word of mouth, like talking to people.
What is the name of your shop?
It's called Native Ways.
Native Ways, and it's where?
It's in Reseda.
Reseda. Native Ways in Reseda, guys. We're gonna put it there so
I appreciate it.
No, of course. That's what I want to do. Like, this is why I love doing this. Like, it helps me. I feel like this is therapy for me. Like I enjoy it. I like to hear your stories. I like to hear people's stories. Who doesn't, And especially if you've gone through so much and you're doing good for yourself right now, or even if you just get out and you want more, why not share it and tell us what you want, or tell us what you're doing so we could help.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, us putting your name on the thing, and it helps you, get a customer, one customer.
Right. When I was going home, the only place I wanted to go was Disneyland.
Have you gone to Disneyland?
Yes.
Yeah. How many times? They find out you're a Disneyland pass holder.
No.
You should.
My best friend was Walt Disney's grandson.
What?
When I was growing up as a kid. But when I first got out, for the first 5-6 years, every year for my birthday I go to Disneyland. My brother's like, you want to go to Ship Club? No, I want to go to Disneyland. I'm only in my 30s, and I'm like, no, I want to go to Disneyland. Like, are you serious? I said, I want to go to fucking Disneyland.
My fool, take me to damn Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm going to Disneyland.
That's right.
I fucking love that place. I don't give a fuck how old you are. This place, you can be a kid.
Right? That is definitely true.
You can be the most humblest person as you want, because sometimes out on these streets, you gotta have a facade to keep certain people away from you.
Yeah.
But in there,
you can just be happy.
Yeah, I love that place. I wish that was over here where Universal Studios is. I'd go every weekend.
I mean, you can still take a little drive.
Nah, I can't leave my dogs.
Okay, so you have dogs.
Yeah.
How many dogs do you have?
I got 5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Kind.
I got 2 pit bulls, 1 half pit bull, 1 German Shepherd, and 1 Rottweiler.
Okay, so you have big dogs.
Yeah, I rescued all of them.
Ah.
I found them. One was the big ones, the 2 biggest ones. The Rottweilers were my brothers, and he couldn't take it to his apartment when he finally got this apartment, so I kept them. Been taking care of him for the longest, and he's got attached to him, so now he just stays with us.
Yeah.
And then the last one I just recently found a year and a half ago was the German Shepherd that someone dumped in the parking lot. He was barely 4 months old.
Oh, he was a baby then.
Yeah, so super skinny, but got him, took him home, and he's there right now. Kept him. I always say I was in a final place, but I knew I wasn't.
I knew you were going to keep them.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we close, is there anything else you would want to share that you haven't shared?
Nah, but if any of my elders see this, I send my love and respect, and I miss you all.
That's right. There's watchers everywhere, just so you know.
Haters too.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I mean, we want the haters, that's love. We want the love,
I really appreciate you having me.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. We gotta be proud of her. We gotta be proud of each other.
Yeah.
Things like that.
No, I give you guys props.
No.
Look, I don't talk to a lot of people. So, like I said, I was nervous. I was like, damn, what I see. I'm surprised I was able to really talk with you.
Well, don't be surprised.
Not stay close. A lot of people I'm really close with. So.
Well, I'm very grateful to be here.
No, thank you. I'm grateful that I made you comfortable. But it's because I'm cool, you know, like you can feel my energy. You can feel my energy. We're not like we're not like that. We're just it's all about love, you know.
Yeah.
We have our families. Like if you have that hate, how can you raise kids?
Yeah.
Simple as that. If you have a little bit of hate in your heart, how can you raise your children?
That's why you gotta buy puppies.
I mean, no, because those puppies are gonna be fucking killers. No.
Yeah, kids, I'll go get me a puppy then.
Yeah, no kids for me. Okay, well, thank you again, Eddie,
thank
for
you.
coming on my channel. You guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram.